The UDL that I chose is called Math Program, and one of the biggest reasons I chose it, which immediately stands out, as you can see, are the colors and the animation characters, and I find that that's a big deal for kids right away as soon as they see it. I'll just describe a little bit of the home page for you. It lists logic games for kids, math games, number games, thinking blocks, math manipulatives, math word problems. Another great one that they have is iPad apps, which is very huge to technology nowadays, which the world is involved in technology so much. And it also has Common Core math. Also at the bottom, which is helpful not only for students, there's also math worksheets for teachers to print out. There's math at work, there's a math playground blog, and they also have math flashcards, which is beneficial as well. So to start this website, I'm just gonna pick, let's say, Math Games 1. Okay, and here they show a list of all the different math games that I can choose. And I'm going to pick, let's say, Penguin Jump. Now, Penguin Jump is about multiplication, and it's penguins jumping across ice, which is fun for students to race against each other or race against the computer. So I'll show you a quick demo of that. They choose a name for you, a player name, or if you want one yourself, I'm going to choose the player name that it has. I'm going to click play now and start the game. Okay, so 3 times 5, I'm going to click the answer to 15. See how the penguin jumps to that. 6 times 3 would be 18, so I'm going to click to that. As I'm explaining to you, it's obviously taking a lot slower and I'm losing. 11 times 4 is 44, but you get the idea of how they jump and you can race against people. Like I said, I'm not doing this to actually win, I'm doing it more to show you. So that's just an example of how that's a fun game to go back and forth playing against kids or the computer. Next, I'm going to choose something else along the top. Let's try word problems. As it lists the word problems, there's a list of more games here. They have thinking blocks, word problem database, they have the grade levels. This they also have, which is great, the various concepts and the add, multiply, divide, and subtract from grades 3 to 5 here. These are both smartboard applications, which is nice. So this way, if you're in a classroom, you can put them up. Or if you're playing it in a lab with students, they can do it themselves or against one another. I obviously am not using a smartboard right now, so I'm going to choose the game Hoops because I enjoy basketball. And that's adding, subtracting, multiply, and division for grades 2 through 5. So as I click Hoops, I'm going to scroll down, and it gives you different equations. For example, Tommy, Brad, and Jeff have 15, 22, and 23 marbles each. To play their favorite game, they must share the marbles equally. How many marbles will each boy get? Okay, so to get to the answer to this question, it's asking how many each would get. They have a total of, my math is correct, they have 60 marbles if you add that up, and then you divide it by 3, so that would be 20. and I am correct. I could keep doing this to show you more, but I think it's pretty general in getting the idea of math equations, division, multiplication, very simple through grades 2 through 5. I'm going to go back to the main page to show you some more. I also have, let's try another one, math videos. Now videos are easy. This is always for anyone could look at. If you wanted to go in anything, they have numbers and their properties. They list decimals, arithmetic, fractions, measurement, and data. I'm going to choose, oops, I scrolled down too far. I'm going to choose ratio and proportion. And let's go with what is ratio.
What is a ratio? Well, a ratio is a way to compare two or more quantities. For example, let's take a look at this group of coins. Part of this group of coins is made up of pennies. The other part of this group of coins is made up of nickels.
Okay, so that is just a brief clip of the ratio video. I showed that one because, I mean, I like how they use pennies and nickels, coins like that, such relate to the real world for people or students to understand. So I like how they choose the actual real world videos of actual currency and not just fake stuff, which is an easy way to learn. But you get the idea with the videos and how they show those. Okay, I'm going to go back again to the home page. And lastly, out of the ones I want to show you, which is the most important one I want to show you, is the CCSS math. And CCSS stands for the Common Core State Standards. So we're going to click that. It shows the list. It lists different grade levels. I'm going to choose grade 1 here. Okay, and what I like about this, what this does, it explains the Common Core curriculum here, and it tells you what it is. For example, this is using addition and subtracting within 20 to solve word problems involving situations, to adding, taking four and putting together, taking apart and comparing with unknowns in all positions. Examples by using objects, drawings, and equations with a symbol for the unknown number to represent the problem. Now what I like about this is no matter what you're doing, if you're doing this at home or with a parent, you know what it's related to when it comes to the CCS. Or if you're a teacher and you're wondering what needs to be required to meet the CCCS, this lists and shows that that is a perfect example, and you're allowed to use this because it teaches it. Also, if you want to show your bosses or anyone above you that you can prove here, because it lists right on the website which ones do relate to the Common Core State Standards. Okay, we're going to go back to the home page one last time, and that is basically the whole home page. Again, I just like using this because everything stands out. It pops up. It has all current common things to relate to society and the new technology we have. It has games that are fun for kids and students to keep them going. You can play them in a classroom. You can play them on a smart board. You can play them on a computer in a lab, in a classroom. They can play them at home with their parents or by themselves on their own computer. And most importantly, they do have the CCS listed, so therefore you, the student, and the parents will know what is keeping them up to base with what they need to be learning.